Welcome back to Desire to Inspire. It's your mama's favorite podcast. You're stuck with just the boys again. I hear myself echoing today, and I don't like it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's the same shit that you had going on.
Yeah, it's the worst. It ain't good. It's not healthy for the soul.
He's on the balcony barking at somebody. You hear him?
Yeah.
He going ham. But anyway, what's up, man?
Not much. Living and loving life. Getting ready to pack once we get off of this call. Actually, I have one more call after this one. Then I'm going to be packing, and I'm going to be hitting the airport tomorrow at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I cannot wait.
I was literally going to ask, are you working tomorrow? Do you leave tomorrow?
Leave tomorrow. And
wait, it's Friday.
Yes,
Bro,
sir.
I'm tripping. I was thinking it was Thursday all day today.
Nope. And the only work that I will be doing for the next week is DTI stuff. Like I was telling you the last podcast, a lot of visualization, a lot of outreach, a lot of follow-up stuff, but really honing in and diving in, because just like the call that we just got off of, that shit fucking motivates me, bro. I see the vision now, and I see the passion that other people have. And I think that a lot of people are scared to come forward with or even talk about. So it's cool that we're going to be breaking down barriers, not only for ourselves to overcome things in our mindset or habits or whatever it is to get people in this community, but also breaking down their barriers for them to finally open up about the stuff that's been on theirs, and not necessarily open up to dive deep with us, but just open up enough to be I do want to change and I do want to start creating better habits. And so it's getting me excited, man.
I'm glad you're touching on that, because that's kind of where I wanted to take this thing at first. So the call we just got off of was somebody that I just met for the first time. Obviously, you have a relationship with, but like you said, very open to expressing their story. Again, we didn't dive super deep, but I would like to at some point, which it will happen. But I was thinking the whole time we were on there, we talk all the time. I hear a dog at your place now. I talk all the time about that people need to tell their stories, that everybody's story is important. Do you think that we have accurately told our stories?
One, I've never opened up fully about my mental health battles. I've never opened up about stuff that bothered me as a kid growing up.
Same.
I never opened up about how I used to do things that I don't do now, in the sense of fucking raging my head off. I feel we touch on things that are relevant right now, but all of the deeper stuff is just going to come out as this builds up and as this grows and as we start having bigger conversations. But from a standpoint of where my life is right now, I think we tell it very accurately, in the sense of what we want, what we focus on, what we do, and owning up to look, we fuck up too. We drank too much one weekend. We ate shitty for a weekend, whatever, but we jump back on the train and we get back into it. And so what I love about what we do is that it's not a set regimen. It's knowing that life is changing every single day. You're changing, your thoughts are changing, your habits and actions and patterns are changing. But as long as you're working on whatever that is to accomplish said goal, again, doesn't have to be starting a company, doesn't have to be leaving your 9 to 5, doesn't have to be a bodybuilder, but you're working on it and you're getting better. And you're living the day-to-day life of an average, I'm going to say an average person, but just the day-to-day life of the mass majority of people. And then trying to elevate on top of that. So owning up to things, and then doing a little bit of corrective patterns or habits that essentially stop and get you away from going down said dark path or bad path.
I definitely think we do a good job of touching on the changes that we experience and things we're going through in the moment, little stuff here and there. I mainly ask this because I've never brought this up to you before, so I don't even know how you're going to take it. And take it either way. I don't care that we're here. If it's a hard no, say it's a hard no. But I've been thinking about this prior to this conversation that we just had, but it kind of reminded me that I've been thinking about it. And it doesn't have to be this month or in the next couple months. But I think that it could be beneficial not only for listeners, viewers, whatever, but for us to sit down and have an episode apiece where the same way that we treat a guest, I sit down with you and I really ask you shit. and then you sit down with me and get shit out of me. Because I don't think like we would ever come out and just throw everything out there unless, let's say, we were on another podcast and somebody starts asking us questions. But even then, like, there would have to be certain things like that they know about us to even pull certain stuff out of us. So I've just been interested in actually like telling our story, and because sure, like we're here now and like it's all about focusing on patterns, habits, getting better, growth, whatever. But there was something that happened that set us on that path. And so while we talk about everything like that's going on in the moment, I think it could be beneficial to talk about like what made us get to this point in the first place.
Yeah, I think it's and I'm actually going to use Bradley Martin as like for this expansion of what you're talking about, because watching him only for the last like 2 years, so it hasn't even been a long time. He was very stand back from the standpoint of talking about his father, talking about what struggles, what his father went through brought to him, always questioning and this and all these things that got him to be this monster of a person that he is, not only physically, but socially, both egotistically, not in a bad way. I'm not saying that he's got like a bad ego, but it made all of these things bigger, and he got all of these things through that. So he probably wouldn't have been as big if he wasn't in the gym fighting himself daily just to keep his mind clear. He probably wouldn't have gotten as big if his dad didn't do what he did. Like, we don't know what path he would have went down. We don't know any of that. And so I say that because I think naturally things will continue to progress and evolve, because like it needs to happen organically. And I'm not saying that I won't sit here and tell like my story of like DTI. I feel like I've done a good bit of that. I got down into a dark slump, my father passing away. I started talking about that more and all that stuff. But there's just like way deeper things that I think as we evolve and as time goes on, it'll be something that's like more comfortable to talk about or open about or be more open about, because there's a bigger audience. There's more purpose behind it all, because like we're right now building this foundation and we're starting to finally pour the cement of what we want to grow this on. And so it's not that I would hide anything, because if somebody asked me a question, I would answer it truthfully and honestly, like I feel like throughout this whole DTI journey. But it's they're heavy conversations. I mean,
sure.
like even like thinking about the state of mind that I got into through holding stuff in with my dad passing and like other childhood traumas that I have. So to answer your question, yes, I would talk on it, but it wouldn't be like I would just like randomly get on here and be like, let me tell you my story. It would have to like flow organically. And it would just have to kind of get like brought out that way. Because again, there's no way I could go from like, hey guys, mama's favorite podcast, to you being like, so Freddy, let me hear about this story.
I would have jumped straight into the deep end. Yeah. You lube them up.
But kind of like how that conversation went today, you know, there's a blanket level story, and then each time that story gets deeper. So I feel like as we've talked about my father, as I've opened up about, you know, my vision of DTI and then your vision of DTI and how we brought it together, I do feel as if I'm getting deeper into it. But it's crazy because the other day, I guess a couple of weeks ago, my sister was like asking me, we were just talking about shit, and she was like, I'd love to like visit North Carolina and just have a weekend where it's you and I, and like we can talk about that dark spot that you were in. She's like, I don't know that story. She's like, I don't know any of it. And it's almost one of those things where like I feel like my head is literally like split right now, where like I have all these thoughts back here, but only these ones are coming out. But my mom doesn't like know. You don't truly know.
That's what like prompted me to ask, is because I don't know. And I don't think that you probably don't know like what was actually going on like with me. And I feel like that's very normal. And so the only reason I even posed this question in the first place is because you're right. We are growing this right now, but it's only a matter of time before somebody else is like, hey, why don't you guys come on my podcast? And now we're sitting down with somebody who it's an uncomfortable conversation in the first place. But now it's
Yeah.
with someone who we really don't know. And I feel like because of what we talk about, they're going to go there. They're going to be like, oh, so like, what have you been through? And so I was trying to get ahead of maybe it being the first time it's talked about. And let's say like me and you do have this conversation and it goes sideways and it doesn't end well. It never sees the light of day. Whereas like we don't have that control with somebody else's stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I don't want though, is like, if we record something, I want it to be put out. Whether people are going to agree, whether it's a statement, it's my life, whatever it is, like everything we have done for this platform and everything we've done for this brand, this community that we're building has been authentic and true to us. We're not filtering anything. We're not saying that we're this perfect person and we're not being like, what we're doing is what we're saying is what we're doing. And like, we tell everybody we fuck up.
I'm more so mad if it was like if it got emotional and you didn't want that part out there.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. I would let it go out and be like, this is part of the journey. It's happening for a reason. Yeah. But I truly, have thought a little bit about this, not to this extent, but do the one podcast, and this is why I don't want to do it until God sets path for it to happen. With Zach, I feel like is going to open up a lot because, again, he's impacted so many people's lives. I don't even know the guy, and I look up to him because of like following him on social media, hearing how he's impacting all these other people, and seeing how he moves, articulates things, communicate. And I truly think it would be somebody like him where that kind of conversation would then elevate, which I think would then be a turning point for like DTI to like elevate to its next level, whether that's conversations we have, people we're interacting with, things we're doing, things we're focusing on. But it's people like that where I think, you have to wait till that milestone of you get around a certain individual to make you realize what's next for this journey. And I'm not saying that's not you, but that's just.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not. I think, I don't think it would ever be each other for that type of thing, like for it to just randomly go there, which is why it was kind of like a teed up thing. I think it's just we're too close on like it's a different level, like than with somebody like who you don't know or somebody you look up to, somebody you admire, like shit like that, like a real mentor type of person. But to go off of that, then I think we should actually find like a time where we're going to go out there, like actually like set it, obviously not over the next few months. We have a lot of shit going on. But like sometime this year, like make it a point to go out there. Cause they've already told him like I've been holding off on him because I want it to be an in-person thing. Like I want to sit down. I just saw a podcast that he just did like this week where he went to Columbus and got on with somebody and like it was a sit down one. And that's what I would like. And it was like 2.5 hours, which I see happening with ours as well. Just because like you said, you don't know his story. So like we're going to get into that. And also like, his story's pretty fucking dope, but I think he's the type to pull shit out of us too. Like he started asking the host of this podcast questions about him. So like it will go there for sure. But also this is why I keep fucking pushing you on this conference, which I tagged you the other day, said I'm gonna peer pressure you.
Yep.
That is a super big moment to have like 10 in-person podcasts in a weekend, like in the matter of a weekend. Like
when is that again?
August sometime in August.
Hopefully it's not the same weekend as Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, no shit. Do you know when that is?
August.
It's going to be the same time, I could tell already.
11th or that weekend around there?
I don't think it's the same one. Let me Google. It's oh, damn, they updated this website. I have not seen it like this. Wow. Wow, that's pretty legit, bro. Why the fuck does it not just have the dates?
It's that weekend?
It's the 10th.
God damn it.
It's the 10th to the 12th. Yep. You're going to Morgan Wallen. You already bought tickets.
Oh, I know. I would get killed if I sold those.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's definitely that weekend because it butts up right to my birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like I might have to solo some podcasts. I'll bring him in here,
Yeah.
dude. We can fucking bring him right to the house studio. I only
That's
have
a
room for
fact.
one other person anyway.
Get him on that couch, baby.
Casting couch 2.0. But now
That'd be a scary one.
that's unfortunate. But now I know
Yeah,
that
that is.
now I know I have to start finding some people to stay with. Which, dude, now I'm just going all over the place. So this is also something I've been thinking about. Which
All
maybe,
right.
maybe this isn't for the air, but it's on the air now. I really want to take like a 3 or 4 day weekend. Like I know that you and my dad have talked about coming out here for like a golf trip or whatever, but it doesn't even
Yeah.
have to be here. Like anywhere, like 3-4 days where we like just go completely off the grid and just fucking like work, like grind out like systems, content, like whatever. Like we literally just sit down and it's nothing but like if we go like fucking working out and stuff, but it's literally just 4 days of like straight work. I feel like if we hammered out 4 days of work, it would be like weeks of work of like what we actually do now because we're just so separated.
Yeah. No, I think we should, especially because flights aren't that expensive to get wherever we need to go. We're in the same realm of each other, I guess, now, which makes it a little more accessible. But I think that'd be great to do that and like actually stick to it with going off the grid and not having.
Like, no boys are there. Like, so we got to kind of get out of both places. Like, none of the boys are there. No fucking significant others are there. Like, I really don't even want to really be on my phone. Like, I just want to like actually grind it out for a minute.
Yeah. We should plan that for June or July since we have the Spartan race in May.
I'm going to probably say July because I got to go to Puerto Rico in June.
That's right. Yeah. We can make it July and then we can do another one later in the year.
Yeah. I mean, I'd definitely be down to do that a few times a year.
Yeah. No, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Which kind of makes me feel like a slacker now because I have content I need to be making for this fucking vlog that I have not even started, honestly.
Yeah, you're doing very good in a lot of areas, but you've been talking about this fucking vlog channel. I've been
so busy with work, I haven't even done my vlogs. Like, I have vlogs filmed that I haven't even got to edit yet of my own.
I know. You've posted, what, twice this year on your vlogs?
5 times. I actually don't know. That was just a guess. But I have the exact number written down. 3.
Thank you.
You said 2.
Thank you. Close enough.
3. Yeah, I haven't filmed. I just literally like I've been fucking swamped with work, which I don't like at all.
Yeah,
it's making me reevaluate some shit.
Are you being proactive with your time?
Yeah, but like this is the first time I've had to work like 8-hour days, and so it's just been rough, and it's actually been longer than 8 hours, which fucking is horrible.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just need to make it happen.
Yep. That's what it's about, baby. Stop making excuses.
Yeah.
Not playing Fortnite or Call of Duty for 5 hours straight.
I don't play Call of Duty, thank you.
Fortnite.
Okay. This is not good timing because the Fortnite chat is blowing up right now.
Exactly. See, guys, it isn't just you. It's not just me. It's not just Dylan. We all fucking stop prioritizing things. And so when you actually evaluate your day, and this is why I asked Dylan if he is being proactive with his time, because it is easy to get caught up and consumed in other tasks, other hobbies, other areas of focus. And so if somebody tells you that they don't have time and that they've been slammed, I guarantee you 99% of the time you can find at least 30 minutes to an hour in their day where they could focus on said goal or area that they want to.
You're right. So, I could definitely do 30 minutes on this vlog. My problem is with the vlog, I don't like to stop. So like once I'm in it, I'm in it.
Good.
And then it's hours. And then I'm just in here dissecting footage for hours. And
so,
I know,
ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to hold Dylan accountable. Dylan,
I already have time blocked off tomorrow, bitch.
That is good that you do that because you should be focusing your time towards your goals, not fucking playing Fortnite for 5 hours because the boys want you to.
Dude.
So I'm glad that
go ahead, finish your thought.
I'm glad that we came to the realization that it's you, it's not your days. And
I haven't played in 4 days, thank you.
And that you are going to do better from
Sunday. So it's almost been a week.
Almost, but Guess
So
what?
so here's where like I make the compromise and why I feel like I don't feel bad when I do it because I only do it like once a week usually. But it's like my time. It's the only time I actually feel like nothing else is going on in my head. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm hanging out with. That's also like the only time that I talk to like people from home. So I feel like I get to like connect with them again. It's like all right, cool. Like it's like nothing's changed again. Like we're just bullshitting. Like when's the last time you really like had a conversation with your boys for 5 hours? That's all it is. It's not even good. I'm just down there to hang out with the guys. But I do have time blocked off tomorrow specifically to edit footage. So
Good.
I'm not promising you that it's going to come out while you're on this cruise, but
I'm
it
going to be
could.
gone for a week. You're telling me you can't push one vlog out in over a week?
I'm saying I don't know if I am pushing that vlog out because I'm also pushing one of mine out this week. I'm making myself drop one on Tuesday.
Okay, I was going to say I don't give a fuck what vlog it is.
I'm talking about
drop one.
The you winning the challenge vlog.
Say that again? I didn't hear you cut out.
Fuck off. But that's the one that I've been putting off.
Yeah.
And it's also because there's so much in there. We were in the gym for 3 hours and every minute of it's recorded. That's what I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot, but
it took me probably 30 some minutes just to find those clips for Tone. And he had to remind me like a week later.
He didn't have those?
Not all of them. Oh, he needed his initial ones.
Oh.
His fucking baselines. So then I had to go back through baseline footage and find it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
But hey,
But it's going to get done. I'll tell you right now. All right, what's the date? All right, guys. This is for everyone to hold me accountable. It is currently, I'm going to be in Ohio. Which means I have to get it done. Never mind. I have to have it done before Wednesday. Whether it goes up this week or the week after, it has to be done before I go home or it's not getting done. I know it's not getting done then.
I'm very interested because you didn't have this mindset the last couple of times you went back to Ohio. And I haven't heard you say anything other than you're pretty much going to be out of commission for like 2 weeks. And
I don't usually work at home. So I'm working. So like then when I'm off, like I have like it's like nonstop shit going on. Okay. So it's like I have plans already. I get in on like a Thursday morning. I have to go right into work after driving overnight. Friday I have off, but I have like plans with family. Saturday I have plans.
And what are your Saturday plans?
We're going to a steak fry for Dubs' softball team. Me, my mom, and my dad.
Okay.
And then Sunday we go to Columbus to spend 4 days with Dami's mom.
What are you doing before the steak fry?
Working out.
What are you doing after it?
I don't know. Probably sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I'm definitely going to be sleeping.
Yeah.
After
way later.
I don't know. I actually don't know what time it is. My mom bought the tickets. She just told me. But yeah. Well, I also have the dog I have to think about here. I can't just be running all over town.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to leave my parents.
I thought you were going to use him as an excuse of why you can't.
No, I'm saying so like I can't just be
videos.
No, I'm saying so I can't just be out and about every night while I'm there because I can't just leave him with random people. He's not going to take well to that.
Yeah.
And Dami already has plans to go out that night, so he's on me.
Do you guys ever go out together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like you guys always go out separately. Like
we have different groups of friends. Out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she just went out with some girls from work. She finally found a group of girlfriends out here.
Nice.
So that was her first time she ever went out without me out here.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. You guys still liking each other?
Yeah.
Doing good?
Right. We'll see after the road trip. You think we hate each other? We don't.
I just like watch your podcast, and that's literally all I know your guys' relationship off of.
It's amped up, man. It's amped up for the cameras. My mom even said, she was like, "You were kind of harsh on that one." I was like, hey. I said I literally haven't said anything to her about it since then. I just said it on air.
Yeah,
and it was also fresh.
Yeah, you weren't happy. So no, I just give shit because again, I don't know you and Dami outside of the podcast really, because we haven't spent much time together. So the fun stories or the fun analogies I get to make in my head and give you shit about, keep me entertained.
Well, I'll tell you what. if I wasn't motivated to make some vlogs before, I am now. So
Good.
this Tuesday, there will be one on my channel. And by the end of the week, there will be one on the DTI channel. Depends when I finish it. Because if it's Wednesday, I'm not going to drop it. Since the podcast comes out Friday, I'll wait till Sunday or Monday. But definitely, before this episode comes out, you guys will already have seen the fucking vlog. So
that's what we like to hear because, again, Dylan, it was you, not your days.
I'm going to just say it was a little of both.
I'm going to blame you.
I'm just used to having like a 4 or 5 hour workday. And I got myself into that mode, and it's not there anymore, and it's thrown me for a loop.
Well,
but we're here now. Got to make it work.
Yes, that we do. That we do. What was I going to say? No, it's gone.
Wow. All this talking shit, you can't even think straight.
I thought it. No. Well, don't got it. There's nothing there.
I'm aware. I edit the newsletters. Don't forget. Speaking of, I'm going to need one of those before you hop on that plane tomorrow.
Yeah, I got it. I'll send it to you tonight. It'll probably be later, but I'll get it to you. Yeah, no, I mean.
You really can't think of that thought?
No, I can't think of it.
Damn, usually that comes back like.
Yeah, no. I think it had to do something around like doing some cold therapy, but I can't remember where I was going to go with it.
I don't know.
The sauna. I don't know.
We definitely
I did
talked about that last week. I did see you with an IV.
I did an IV this week because Steve will do it. Just fucking raves about them. I don't know if I found the value.
Marcus does them after any drinking.
That maybe, but like I was trying to do it to like get this little pizzazz that he gets from them, and
he got to be dehydrated or something. Like
has to be there. I mean, the only thing that sticks out when I think of my IV is that the color of the bag that you guys saw was literally the color of my piss when I peed for the first time after getting it. Like it literally it seems as if it just went straight out of my body.
Weird. Is it the same place you do like your cryo and shit?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which I eventually want to see if they'll do some sort of like partnership with us or something like that because it aligns with us, like the health side of things.
Is it somewhere is it a local place or is it like nationwide?
No, not nationwide. They only have like 2 locations. So it's local to this area, at least this branch of it is. But the more I do it, man, well, we could do a whole podcast on it. But just like the benefits and the way that I'm feeling after doing these 3 things 3 to 4 times a week has just been insane. And
let's set it up when I'm there.
Yeah, we definitely will. And I think we should do it afterwards because I was reading things that you shouldn't do a sauna like 48 hours before you do any sort of like race or like competition or anything like that for like muscle stuff. So,
I'd be in the sauna the day before a run, bro. Like the day before a marathon.
Yeah, so we can do it either day, but I mean, it's just the energy, the clarity, the way I feel throughout my days doing it. It's just increased tenfold.
Yeah, so, I want to check it out for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that, and then we'll have to start planning like hotels and stuff like that so we can let people know where we need to.
Oh, yeah. Augustine was asking about that, so I told him we'd let him know.
Cool. Yeah. Other than that, man, I mean, I don't really got much. My mind's in a few different places just around.
Yeah, you're in vacation mode, dude. I get it.
Yeah, and like I'm thinking a lot, too, just about like areas in life that I'm tackling right now or want to tackle more. And also using like outside things that I've been seeing and watching to kind of like motivate me and be like, how can we like scale this thing? How can we make it get to that next level where it's not just a foundational thing? It actually has like some structure and more meat around it.
That's where we lock it in for 4 days, man.
Yep. So dialed in. Mental health been fucking amazing lately. Been feeling really good just about like all areas of life. Physically, I'm excited to start running and doing this BPN training that you guys are doing. I think I'm going to run
Hey,
that program.
you might want to. So like where it's gonna ask you for your maxes. Have you put those in yet?
No,
Don't put your
I haven't
maxes.
even. I haven't even downloaded it yet.
Don't put
Don't
your
put them.
maxes in, dude. Like put them lower than they are.
Why?
They're gonna have you lifting so heavy. Matt was like, dude, this training is heavier than what I was training before. Cause like we put our maxes, so like it wants you to hit this. I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been dropping it like 20 pounds just because like I couldn't finish the sets. Like I was dying. Yeah. Today had me. What do we max on squat? Like 340 something. It had me doing like 250 by 8 4 times. I was dead. I did it, but I was like, I cannot do this again next week. I'm supposed to do a track workout tomorrow because I had to move stuff around, which it still would have been a 45-minute run no matter what. I'm like, there's no way.
What'd you do for the sets then?
I did them, what they said today. But like when I couldn't do it, I just dropped it to like what I knew I could do for the right sets.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's going to ask you like, it's going to give you paces to hit because it's going to ask you like your 1 mile time.
I don't know that. I ran around the fucking corner the other day and I thought I was going to fucking pass out. So this will be interesting.
I'm feeling good again on the runs. I'm feeling like I'm not so heavy anymore.
Good.
The scale would say otherwise, though. Still not really budging.
No, that's fine, though. Your body's moving around.
No, I'm literally just sitting at the same weight. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really care what I weigh. But I thought, like, I probably ran, like, 16 miles this week, so I thought it would go down. Didn't happen.
Well,
we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see you get into it. But just a warning, maybe not go max, like, what your actual max is. Maybe knock, like, 20 pounds off each one.
Okay.
Because Matt had to adjust his. You can get in there, though, and edit it. Like, it lets you edit your weight for the sets or, like, your actual reps so that it tracks for the next week. So,
okay. Yeah, Matt did say that. It was like, bro, this fucking thing was having me do X amount of weight. But I didn't know that. I thought he was just being a pussy. And
it wanted him deadlifting like 400 something for your reps.
Jesus.
Because he was high. So, like, it wanted him going real high. Yeah, dude.
Good God.
Mm-hmm. Mine was like 355 for reps of 5. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's only 60 pounds less than my max. You think I can do that 5 times?
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's looking scary. He posted that picture today, I think it was. Yeah.
7.9% body fat.
I know. It's like, holy shit. When does he step on stage?
Like a month and a half.
Okay. Yeah.
He said insane. He wants to be where he should be, though, like 2 or 3 weeks out. So then he just has to maintain it. Like, it's not like oh shit, now I have to hit it next week.
I feel like most people try and hide their physique this close to competition.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He hasn't done one in like 10 years anyway, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
All right, man. Enjoy your cruise. By the time people are hearing this, you're already home, so at least we know that the ship didn't go down. And if it did, this is probably going to get a lot of views because I'm going to put it in memoriam right here. I'm going to cut out all the parts of you talking shit about me.
Well, I am excited for it. Make your time home at Ohio productive because we preach all the time to not like let your habits die when you're out of your element. So I'm going to do the same while I'm on the cruise. I'm going to try and stay dialed in and do what I can with what I have on the ship. But in the meantime, man, live your best life. Everyone be happy. Stay happy. Call somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. And always have the desire to inspire, baby. It's on.
Peace.